Hey, to prove my point on this one, I'm gonna switch the color grading to how they had it in the movie. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Cat Cinema Files. Today I'm going to be reviewing Devil Wears Prada Part 2. I'm giving this movie. This one was tough. This movie was tough. There's a lot of aspects that I did like about the film, that I enjoyed about the film, but there's a lot of things that I didn't. And with that, it would be a 5 out of 10. But I did enjoy the story. So let's give this movie a 7. I've seen the first one when it came out, and I watched it recently before I went in to see Part 2. And the first one I would give like an 8 out of 10. There's a few aspects about it that was very triggering, because I don't work in the fashion industry, but I work in the entertainment industry, and I have done some PA work where it's I was like, oh, this is bringing back like a lot of emotion, and and so, but it was a well done movie, and it was a feel good movie. Part 2, on the other hand, what I enjoyed about Part 2 is that we already established the characters in Part 1, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like we don't have to go into more character development. We already established who the characters are, so this is just a continuation. Let's move forward and find out where they are now. Like, this movie didn't waste no time getting into it. It wasn't like, it was a brief introduction of catching up, and then it's like, okay, we caught up, now let's move on. And I was like in the first like 30 minutes of the film, which I appreciate. I enjoy when storylines move forward, and they use this movie doesn't have action in it, but they use the comedy and the drama and the exposition like within the story, like pushing the story forward. And as far as it, there's a lot of things about this story that as a storyteller that I like, that I enjoy. They give you they gave you little nuggets like here and there throughout the movie. Then at the end of the movie, it paid off. Then in the movie, it goes back to that one little thing that they showed. For example, this may be a spoiler alert, but example, like Lucy Liu's character. Lucy Liu, it could have seemed like a throwaway character. Like, could have been like this one-off character that you kind of forgot about. Like you think like, oh, okay, this character was there to push this little aspect of it, and then then let's continue with the storyline, not knowing that going to the storyline will go back to that moment, which is great. It's like, oh, I should have been paying attention during that moment. I love things like that. And same thing with another spoiler alert. Sorry, she's writing a tell-all book about her experiences with Miranda, and it could like basically destroy her career. And they kind of hinted that she did this book and she sent it out, and it was kind of lingering. And and throughout the movie, if basic storyline, like, oh, that's gonna come in and bite somebody in the ass, right? Like, you think it's all going good, and then boom, the book comes out. I'm expecting that. I was waiting for that moment. It happened another way, and it happened in a way that I wasn't expecting, which I'm glad I'm wrong. If I could tell you what the whole entire storyline is and I'm right, it's a predictable movie. This wasn't predictable, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the story. It's not a typical, cliche sort of story, which I do appreciate. And I enjoy the characters. I enjoyed the characters in the first one, even though a lot of it was very triggering. And this one is no different. Now let's get into the few the downside about this movie. First of all, I'm gonna hit you with the color grading. What is that? What is that? Is it for a digital age? Is this now the new standard when it comes to color, or lack thereof? It seems like it was always overcast throughout the whole movie. Like, even inside of a building, it felt like it was overcast. I know I have to think that it's intentional, and hopefully that added an element to how you're supposed to be feeling about the story or feeling about the character and what they're going through. I hope that is the case, that was like an artistic choice. I was talking to my friend Tosh about it. It reminded me of there's a Stephen King novel, Dolores Claiborne, and the movies with Kathy Bates. And in that movie, everything was blue graded. It was like, blue tint, and it was on purpose. And it was supposed to be overcast in her life. And it was supposed to be that sort of blue, depressing storyline, in which definitely pushed the artistic choice. It definitely pushed the story itself and the emotion involved in this story. In this one, I don't think, in Devil Wears Prada Part 2, I don't think that's what the intent was. Because when you watch this, without knowing, you're somehow depressed. Even in the happier moments, even the moments where you think they're surviving, you're kind of kind of depressed. And so there's that. Secondly, there was lack of growth in a lot of the characters. Like I said, and they did the character establishment already, the first one. But then, characters do need to grow. Did you learn from the first one? Did you learn from your mistake? Miranda seems to be the only one that actually learned, And there's some softness, with other characters. But she seems to be the only character that actually had a full-on character arc. Everybody else is just moving, forward and just moving along. That honestly is all the negatives to me about the film. There's no growth in the character, and and the color grading. But outside of that, it's actually a really good feel-good movie. And it's my type of story, where it's not predictable, and the way that they use the negativity in a lot of things, and how they flip the negatives. I appreciate that.